here watching Big Lou Barbecue and the things I want to do. And I'm gonna make my first cook on this Oklahoma Joe's Blackjack, and I'm gonna show you, all right? Now, I made a couple videos about the Blackjack, how I got it, and then why I thought the wheels might be backwards, and then they weren't backwards. And I've gone ahead and seasoned it. I lit up some charcoal earlier. It's been going for about an hour now. I'm gonna let it go about another half hour before I actually cook on it. I'm gonna add some more charcoal. I've got briquettes in here now. I don't know if you can see it glowing red, but I got briquettes in here now, and I'm gonna put lump in there as we cook. All I did was spray down the inside in the porcelain grates. Now, I don't know why Oklahoma Joe's said to season it, because this is supposed to be porcelainized and the grates are porcelainized. I understand on the steel long barrel smokers they have, like the Longhorn and stuff, I understand why you gotta season those, okay? And the drum smoker, I understand why you gotta season those. But this kettle grill, don't really understand why I had to season it, but it said to do it, so I'm doing it anyway. I do wanna burn off all the materials. It seems to be going great. It seems to be got a good temperature. That's a little loose. I've heard complaints about that. I don't know, we'll see how well it cooks. So what am I gonna cook on it first? Y'all been waiting, because this third video now on this, and y'all want to see me cook on it. What am I gonna cook on it first? Well, as you know, Oklahoma Joe's is not really made in Oklahoma. They used to be a long time ago, but they're not made in Oklahoma. And so that leaves me with, one thing to cook on there that has to be the first, right? Kansas City strips. Why? Because Kansas City ain't really in Kansas. It's in Missouri. But you know what? These come from Kansas City Steak Company. These were sent to me by the benevolent subscriber. I also got some filet mignon and some ribeyes. And this Kansas City Steak Company comes with a steak seasoning. I'm going to save that for the ribeyes and the filet mignon. And on these Kansas City strips, I've got 2 of them, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put some Heath Rouse beef rub on these. I may rub them down with some pecan oil too before I put them on there. But this isn't about how I prep the steaks. It's just about what I think about this grill and how well it cooks. Also got some sweet potato casserole that was sent to me from the benevolent subscriber who gave it to me as a gift from Kansas City Steaks. So I'm gonna throw the sweet potato casserole on here too and see how that goes, all right? Heat it up and we'll have, New York strips and sweet potato casserole. I'll let you know what I think about the grill at the end of this video. All right, so the grill's been seasoning in for about 2 hours. 350. Can't ask for more than that for what I want to do here. All right, because I want to cook that Kansas City Dutch crust sweet potato casserole. And then I'm gonna put some steaks on there. I want to look at the charcoal amount. And yes, indeed, I'm gonna need to add some charcoal. So we'll take the grill off, add charcoal. We're gonna get that on there. You know what? I think I'm gonna like this shelf with this expanded middle, because I can stick tools like my coal tongs through it. Of course, I could hang stuff over here. And I may switch the shelf to this side and put the handle on that side. Even though I'm right-handed, I often serve food there. All right, so those coals were dying out. That was Royal Oak hardwood lump briquettes, if you're interested, that I was seasoning it with. And I added Royal Oak lump. A lot of the lump fell through because it's rather big slots there for that charcoal grate, but most of it stayed on top. Anyway, I've put the Kansas City Steak sweet potato casserole right there, and I'm gonna close the lid, get that lump ready, and we'll cook up those strip steaks. Well, now this thing is pegged out, but remember I put all that charcoal on this side of the grate. That is getting a little warm, but I can touch it, but I can definitely tell that this side of the grill is hot, all right? Let's look at what we got going on. But see, that's not bubbling up yet, that sweet potato casserole. Let's see where it's at. By the way, I like the shelf. The shelf is, I've got a Weber. My Weber is one of the basic model Webers that didn't come with a shelf. And I've got one of those add-on shelves by a company, Barbecue Dragon or whatever. And it's convenient, but it certainly isn't as sturdy as this shelf. And I want to check the sweet potato casserole, see if I got to pull that off of here yet. You know what? That's hot. It's a little cold in that area. I think I'm gonna turn it a little bit and let it go a little bit longer. All right, let's see if we spread some of these coals out a little bit. So I'll have room to cook these steaks. Get just a single level here, because I had them kind of piled up against the wall over here so that I'd have that cooking indirect. All right, I think we're ready. Look at that. Just drop my tongs into there. I like that a lot. All right, let's get the first Kansas City strip. You might know these as New York strips, but since they're Kansas City steaks, they're here. By the way, they were called Kansas City strips before they were called New York strips. They got changed to New York strips back in the 30s. We'll leave them just like that for now. And I don't know if I need to shut the grill down or not. But since that's flaming up, I'm gonna go ahead and shut the lid. All right, let's take a look at them now. I moved that aluminum thing that they were on over there, and this one's clean. So that's where I'll put them on once they're done. Let's go ahead and move them like this. We're gonna go 90 degrees with them, like that. Now, like I said, Kansas City Steaks has their own seasoning. I'm gonna save that seasoning for the ribeyes and the filet mignons that I have from them. And like I said, Kansas City Steaks did not sponsor this video. They did not send me this. This was bought and paid for by a subscriber as a gift. So they don't even know I'm doing this. But I didn't use their seasoning. All I did was take them out of the cryogenic thing and dry them off. I didn't do any trimming or anything on these. And yeah, we better shut that down again. That lump charcoal's getting hot, Chief. Anyway, I didn't do any trimming on them. I just dried them off, put some pecan oil on them, and put on Heath Ryle's beef rub on the steak. And that's all we're doing. Look how fast that's going up, because all that Royal Oak lump is on that side of the grill. So certainly this thermometer works. All right, it's been a few more minutes. Let's flip these steaks over. Look how beautiful. Woo! Y'all, we got to zoom in on that. Just look right there. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, time to cross hatch them again. Uh-oh, that one stuck. Maybe it wasn't time. Wasn't time, was it? All right, Kansas City Steak Company said go to 145. That's a little too much for me. I'm looking for a 135, 123, 126. Yeah, we're not there yet. Not there yet. Let them go a little longer. All right, let's check them again. By the way, if you didn't notice, I took off the sweet potatoes. They're over there, right over there. Let's go ahead and test them again. Oh. This one needs to come on off. And I'll go ahead and move this one to over there and let it finish. All right, let it stay there for a minute. I went ahead and shut the bottom vent down, and I'm gonna go ahead and close the top vent too. All right, so we're just gonna let that steak go right there off the coals as this grill begins to cool a little bit. All right, let's check it. You see the grill shutting down. 125, 122, 130. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it. That side, this side. Pretty. All right. I think I'm gonna like the grill.
Even though I prefer medium rare, it's easier to serve my family medium steaks. Yet these thin strip steaks came out to be probably medium well. The lighting here isn't that great on this video shot, but this photo here shows the true color of what they are, and they're a good medium to medium well.
All right, well, let's take a look at the damage after the first cook. I came out about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes after I had shut it down last night after we ate the steaks and all that stuff, and it was still quite warm, and it was about at 200 here. I can't say that that's probably shuts down a little slower than my Weber, but I can't say it shuts down slower than some other grills I have. I'm used to open top charcoal hibachi grills that take forever to shut down. All right, so that's the amount of lump I got left. I didn't start with a huge amount of lump. Grate's got a little bit of crud on it, but I'm gonna take it inside and wash it off in the sink. I'll brush it off out here and take it off and wash it in the sink. Since it's porcelainized, it'll be real easy to clean. You can clean those with one of those little nylon scrubby things, those blue nylon scrubby things. And so it'll do well. All right. As far as the charcoal, I reuse lump charcoal. Some people don't, but I reuse lump. I don't always reuse briquettes. Sometimes I reuse briquettes, but I reuse charcoal. So I'm gonna take this out just like this. I'm gonna put this over here on the table next to me. I'm gonna spare all that charcoal. I'm gonna use it on my next cook. These 3 big pieces right here, spare them too. That too. All right, zoom in here like this. See what's going on. Remember, it's the next day. I'm just gonna sweep everything right down into this ash bucket here. Real easy. Sweep it away from the vents. Lift it up like that. That's pretty simple. Sweep everything else through, and I'll leave it like this for now. But after 2 or 3 cooks, I'd go ahead and get the hose and just hose it on out. That'd be it. All right, dump that. All right, got that dumped out. I went ahead and hosed it out. Set that in there like that. Got the pile of charcoal that I'm gonna reuse. I'm gonna add some more lump to it here in a minute. All right, and I went inside, washed that off in the sink. It cleaned up like porcelain grill grates do. Anyway, I'm gonna add a little bit more charcoal, and I've got some more of those Kansas City steaks. I got ribeyes and fillets I'm gonna cook. That's gonna be another video. Well, there you have it, my first cook. So this is the 3rd video now I've done with this grill, about this grill. I gotta say, my first impressions, I was like, how bad can it be? $82.50, and it was jiggly because it was a store brand, and they just throw those things together real quick, but I tightened up all the bolts. It seems to be a real solid unit. I've gotten my first cook done, about to start my second cook, and you saw the aftermath of it and everything. Seems to be a real solid unit. I'm gonna do a little bit more grilling with it, kind of get used to it, and then maybe if you're interested, I'll throw on some low and slow type stuff. I usually do that in my drum smokers nowadays, but I'll compare it to my other kettle grill and see how it does. I got some pork butts in the freezer. Maybe I need to pull them out and see how it does with, excuse me, low and slow. All right, anyway, I want to thank you for watching, but before I go, I want to say my opinion's changing a little bit on the Oklahoma Joe's brand. You see, I remember my buddy had a barbecue restaurant, and he was a big barbecuer, and he barbecued with the old Oklahoma Joe's. And I remember when Charbroil bought it out in the late 90s, and they just started sticking Oklahoma Joe label on cheap Charbroil offsets that were real thin. And I really haven't given the brand a whole lot of credit in the last 20-something years. And this has made me change my mind. It's a nice grill. And so if you watch my first video, I was a little skeptical, and I'm a skeptic turning over. This is a good mid-range smoker brand. I've been reading a lot of reviews of some of their other stuff. Of course, I've seen YouTubers with the Oklahoma Joe's, Longhorn and what other stick burner stuff cook with them, but I haven't, thought much about what they were cooking on. But I've been looking into Oklahoma Joe, and it's not a bad line of grills for the homeowner, for the backyard cook. It's not professional quality stuff for competition cooks and caterers and restaurant owners and stuff, but you don't need that to cook in your backyard. But you might want something better than a little cheap, thin, flimsy thing, and that's nice. And I think their other brands are nice. So I've changed my opinion because it really went down right after Charbroil bought it, and now it seems like the brand has come up to a good market share right there at that mid-grain line. Not the cheap stuff that doesn't work too well, and not the high quality professional stuff, but good stuff for backyard barbecuers. Anyway, I'm gonna continue to use this grill. I think I'm gonna like it, and I think it's gonna last quite a while. Thanks for watching Big Lou Barbecue.